Good morning, everyone. After a few days off, I'm back in the saddle. It's Thursday, July 9th. This is the AccuWeather weather forecast, and look what's going on here. You can see the chemtrail activity right off that South Pacific. See them moving that right into Arizona where I'm at. We're just concentrating on the blue dot right now. You can see the whole eastern sector, part of that western sector on an angle, completely covered. We're in that mix as well. New Mexico almost completely covered. Over here in California, you can see what they're doing here. They're moving everything. They're swirling it all the way back around so it ends up on itself. See how they're swirling it around this way, as well as pushing all this stuff across the country. And again, those northeastern states getting hit so hard. Look at all the plumes sitting in that Atlantic Ocean. Southeastern coast, not too bad as of right now. You can see they got that clump right here. They're going to get something going again. We know that's inevitable. Texas, well, enough said there. You can see what they're doing here. They're bringing that right up from Mexico. See the lines? So that's your daily Sootcast chemtrail report. Oh, forgot to show you the Canada. Up in here, look what they're doing here. They're spraying up and over and getting it into Canada here. So Canada's going to hit just as hard as every other country. These programs have to come to a halt. Well, good afternoon. It's almost 12:30 in the afternoon on Thursday, July 9th. And here's that western sector. You see a little bit of a cloudoid there. Now we're going to go match it up against the weather report. You saw what was happening. They were bringing it into the eastern sector. So that's holding true. I'm in my car to keep the wind down, so as I pan around here into that northern sky, you can see the cloudoid formation already starting up the grid. You can already see it. Look how thick it is. People say, well, they're clouds. Well, we know they're not. They moved this moisture off the Pacific. We watched the weather report. We saw it happen. And again, following the weather report, you can see how they moved in the cloudoids all the way into that eastern sector. All right. You can see it, all the cloudoids. It's all nice and thick, layer after layer back there. No flying in. Didn't see any jets yet. Although it is early, but where are all the passenger jets then if there's no jets in the sky? Now to fill it, there's the southern sector. So as you saw, it was all coming up the south to move east. And that's right what we have here as I pan through my car window back into that western sector. One more thing as I pan into that northeastern sector, and more proof here. Look how cartoonish these clouds look. These are your typical cartoon cloudoids. See it? How fake that looks? Look at the black outline, or gray, whichever you may prefer. I like to call it black because it is dark, and when the sun goes down it is black. Well, here we go. We got a little action in the sky, I think, if I can reel him in. He's got a little tiny plume. There he is. There he is. But what you don't see is there's a guy right next to him with no plume. Can you see him in there? I don't know. The wind's blowing. But in any event, there was two jets there, one with plume, one with no plume. Well, here's a prime example of geoengineering 101 for the first time students. Say, well, this is a cloud. Well, look again. Look at the construction, and the main thing is this is only a couple 100 feet up above me. Look as I zoom in without the power on the zoom. You can see the soot breaking off the ends. See the soot all breaking off the end, darker on the bottom. And look how low it is. I'll drive you right into the heart of that. It's only a couple 100 feet. So the question is, clouds don't keep that formation a couple hundred feet in the air. They've been dissipated by now. You can see how thick that black soot is on the bottom of that. Just another lesson to be learned. I just stepped outside looking at that northern sector around 11 o'clock on Friday, July 10th. And look what we have. Nothing but chemtrail rails. Look at that rail. Wow. Then look at this one right above it. See this one, how he fanned it? See how he railed that right across. Let me back it off a little bit. And you can see the rail. Look at that plume. All this dispersed plume. Look at it. We already know this. And you can see how that other trail is dispersing right in front of our eyes. The whole sky's full of chemtrail rails again today. Look at the plume up there. That's not clouds, people. They're trying to make clouds. What they're trying to do is fluff up enough to get something like that. Okay, but since they've already moved all the cloudoids out, they got to start anew. So this is how they do it. I'm trying to show you how they do it. Look at the orange peel up there. It's already broken apart. Plume already dispersed into white plasma all over the sky. That was the eastern sector. Now into that northern sector, you can see the chemtrail lines back in there. I mean, how more obvious? You can see where they blended two right together there. There's a third one below that, another one below that. It just goes on and on and on and on with these chemtrail rails polluting our sky. Look at the plume over here, how it's all blending in. See? God, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. Why can't people figure this out? I do not know. Good morning. It is Friday, July 10th, 2015. Here's a satellite weather report. You can see what they're doing here. First we'll go check out Arizona where I'm at. Okay, then we'll check out the whole United States there. You can see the chemtrail activity. They're moving it right off that South Pacific. See that right, big glob right there? They're moving that straight in. We're going to show you what they're doing. They've been spraying. Already showed you some earlier stuff. They've been spraying. They're spraying rails, multiple rails up through here, through southern Arizona and into New Mexico. And also Texas, Oklahoma, as they swirl that all in. The bank off the North Pacific, you see what they're doing there. All spotty at best to try to push something going. You can see how they got an angle here. See how it's angled? See how they've got that and just pushing this all the way through. Look at this chemtrail line here. I mean, if that ain't a chemtrail line, I don't know what that is. Clouds don't move in straight lines like traffic. It's ridiculous that people still put up with this. Again, Midwestern states getting hit. Big 10 states, Indiana, Ohio, half of Michigan where that rail's coming. Upper half of Michigan is good, bottom half no good. Oh boy, there's the bank in the Gulf. They're getting ready to swirl that up somewhere. Who knows where. My guess is it's right up that coastline. Well, we'll be back to show you what transpires today. Well, you saw the weather report. I'm looking into that eastern sector. You can see all the chemtrail activity. Look at all this is just chemtrail. All whiffs, plume, whatever you want to call it. So I'm getting out of my car. It is windy, so bear with me. If you can't hear what I'm documenting, you can still see. All right, in that back horizon, you can see some light blue, should be dark blue, and then all the plume on top of it. They've got the shield completely built again. They built the grid, it's all built. Western sector completely hazy and sooty and white wisps, and again the sun is white and should be yellow. And then you can see this over here. This is all chemtrail bombs. They're able to fluff it up with enough chemtrail activity. Like here's a prime example of what I am talking about right here. See the chemtrail right back in there. See the chemtrail, people? See that? And then what happens to it? It fluffs up into a cloudoid from other plumes. See that? Look at the cartoon plume right there. Look at that ridiculous bullshit. Look at back here, it's all in the grid, all the cloudoids are in the grid. Got them all fluffed up, ready to infiltrate with some more plume. Up here, completely plumed. Everything's plumed, it really sucks. Right around 2 o'clock, and I want to show you this. You can see the chemtrail line plumed right inside there. See that in there? And the whole sky is just plumed. The whole sky is chemtrail plume. Oh, wisps and plume. Well, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I gotta show you this. I'm laying in bed,
just relaxing for a moment. My back was sore. And I heard this frequency sound because my pineal gland is completely decalcified and operational. And it picks up signals. That's what the pineal gland does, which people have no clue about because they were never taught this in any school or religion. But here's what happens to the frequencies. They blast into the cell towers, and it breaks up the cloudoids like this. These are all chemtrails broken up in pieces. Look at this. Look at the wisps in there. This will all be black when the sun goes down, if it still lingers above us. Look how they bunched up a cloudoid right in there. See that to confuse you? And over here, look at this orange peel. My God, look how orange peely this is. Look at that orange peel. Look at how it's all breaking apart from the frequency response. Look at this. Have you ever in your life seen cloud formations like this? This looks like oceans of water wisps in our sky. Just look at that. Wow. Back it off so you can get a better look. This is just simply incredible. We got to come up with a new name for this. I don't know what you'd call this. Water flames, or I don't know. They kind of have a flame look to it. Look at that. And look at the orange peel all breaking up over here. This will all turn into wisps real soon here. Wow, this is just incredible what they're doing today. Absolutely incredible. I got a name for it. I just thought of it. Scales. They look like fish scales. Look at that. Unbelievable. But it is believable because we know what they're doing. All right, we're back about 15 minutes later. Now look at this. Now you tell me there's no frequencies blasting in the skies here off these cell towers array? I don't know. It's looking more and more like this. Look at the line in the middle splitting the two suspect plumes. Okay, look at this. Let me back it up so you can see the line across there. Look at this. I'll back up all the way here where the sun is at. You can see all that. And then I bring it here. You look at the opening. And look at this. We got a guy spraying some plume right in the center of that. You son of a bitch. There he is right there. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Look at that. And he's right in through there. There's the line. He's right through there, adding to the mix. Okay, he should come out here somewhere. But in here again, where he was, look how he broke that off there. And he continued there with a curl. I don't know where he's at, but you can see what they're doing. They're just adding and adding and adding to this orange peel mix here. But look at the wave formation there. And then again, the line separating. It has to be electromagnetic frequencies that do this. Unless you got another way of explaining it to me, I would be more than happy to entertain what you have to say. Okay? Because this is a bunch of bullshit and I've just had enough. I can't take it anymore. Look at this. This is something out of a science fiction movie. And in the back here, look at the cloudoids they've already buffered up. Look at the soot on the bottom of that one. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nasty tonight. It's gonna be nasty. It's about 4:30 and here's where that chemtrail bomb has landed. Look how thick that is. And you look again, look how it's connecting the two orange peel works there. Look at the soot over here, it's already fallen. Look at that soot. It's already black because it's so low. Look over here, we got some fins. We got some finned work up in there. Look at the fins. Wow. Anyway, back to the action here. We got all kinds of orange peel and he just blew that plume right in between the two orange peel sections. And we know why that is. It's to start fluffing this stuff up so you can get stuff like that. Okay, we know this. Look at here. Look at the frequencies being bounced here. What is that, the alpha omega sign? Come on now. Enough's enough, and we got to put a stop to this. And here we got another guy spraying some plume. It's around, getting close to 6:37 p.m. See if we can zoom him in and see what we got. It looks like a silver bullet. Clearly coming out of that back tail fin nozzle. Also looks like one wing has disappeared, but it's just a reflection off the soot and the silver of the plane. Look at the unsymmetrical plume. See how it's more out of one side than less out of the other? That's just not right.